Hey, Terza TV. It's your friendly neighborhood fencer here, and it's been a while since we've seen each other. I've missed you. Okay, yeah, I'm a misanthrope. I didn't really miss anybody. But I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up on the state of the studio and how things are going. If you take a look behind me, you can see everything in disarray. There's lights over here, there's lights over here, and there's a big blocky thing behind me. That's actually an air conditioner because I live in the armpit of hell. And it got really, really hot. And a friend of mine gave me an air conditioner on loan for the rest of time. So that's kind of a neat thing. Thank you, Terry. That was really nice of you. Um, but the consequence was there was not a lot of space. And then it got hot and there was no motivation. So, Terza TV, we're kind of back. And there's an interesting plan afoot. It's going to center around having large episodes. So, those will take like a month or two to kind of put together. And those are going to be the big topics like how to's and why to's and thoughts you should have. Around those are going to be like little satellite episodes, little things that are like, oh, today we're going to work on X. X could be anything from footwork to hands to attitudes, whatever strikes the fancy. There are also going to be live shows and like this. In fact, I'm testing out a Zoom Q2N 4K to see how it looks and see how it goes. Now, the image that I'm getting on the screen here is actually not real great because I can see a lot of it's dark and it's not working well in low light. But the darn thing is a damn microphone with a camera attached, and it's kind of neat. And it was really, really inexpensive. I mean, really, really inexpensive for what it is. So I'm testing it out as a webcam right now. So the live shows are going to be they're going to be different. I'd like to get a panel together for a live show for the pizza and root beer thing that you saw one episode with Knuckles. Sorry, he doesn't actually like it when I call him Knuckles. Wayne. And he does a really good job of being Wayne. So we like having him on the show. But we're going to try to get other people on the show, and we're going to try to get a bunch of people together in kind of a round table situation talking about fencing, hence the Q2N 4K, because it's a lot cheaper than $1,200 for another camera to, be able to cover, 4 or more people. So that's kind of that plan. The other thing that's going to be going on is we're going to start a Patreon account to help with the production costs of the show and to, kind of let people know that we're serious, because if we get subscribers, well, then you got to produce because they're paying you money. And Patreon is a great way to get not only motivated, but to help pay the bills in putting shows together. The studio is going to change a little bit, meaning there's going to be a little more in the background. Thinking of adding things like a heavy bag and other little bits. So, the heavy bag will be to facilitate technique, both with the hands and with the swords and with the pole axe and things like that. Just kind of give an idea how to move, the mechanics of things. We're going to try to get more precise tools. And eventually, the really fun thing is going to be to get into a different space, a different studio. Right now, this studio is I was fortunate enough that my apartment had a living room and a bedroom that were 2 different things. I know, isn't that weird? A bedroom and a living room? That's like next thing you know, it'll be indoor plumbing and like walls and insulation. But I'm looking. To be honest with you, I'm looking to get out of here, get out of Outer Goblin Town. Not that I don't like Outer Goblin Town, but there are raccoons and bats. Bats I don't mind. I actually like Chiroptera. I was going to study Chiroptera in college. I like bats, little brown bats, Murphy's bats, flying foxes. God, I would love it if there were flying foxes here. I wouldn't move them, but there's not enough room. And some of the places I'm looking at moving to will have enough room. It'll be kind of like an open format. So, there will be studio space. It'll all be collapsible and go back up and things like that. Some of the other things that we're planning on doing are adding characters. So there will be other performers, working this. One idea was for your subconscious, lies and damn lies talking to the ears, because we all suffer from that. We all deal with lies and damn lies. So we're trying to put together a really good product that can be done directly. The lighting is going to get better. When we can afford it, we're going to get multicolored lights and things like that. There's always going to be this push to increase and increase and increase until we get to a saturation point where it's like watching a TV show. Right now it's not. I mean, my bicycle is in the shot and my workout gear is in the shot as well. So that's the plan. And, we're just going to provide people with, something that's fun and exciting and educational. And, kind of like Sesame Street or Mr. Rogers for fencers. Okay, not Mr. Rogers. No. Not really Sesame Street either. We're not going to go, and today's letter is R, or F for felony, so that's kind of where we're headed. As always, we're very appreciative of everything that anybody contributes and, ideas and questions and things like that. It's always kind of fun. I want to leave you today. I'm going to kind of share with you. I did my, every 2 years, I like to read Zen and the Martial Arts by Joseph Himes, I think is how you pronounce his name, who unfortunately passed away in 2008. I was actually shocked to find that out. Zen and the Martial Arts is actually a really good book. It's a very also self-deprecating book, so that makes it very accessible to someone who is a student, as Mr. Himes was, of people like Ed Parker, Bruce Lee, and numerous people who taught Hapkido and Taekwondo, the big names from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. He was a writer in Hollywood who kind of got onto the karate craze when it started. And a very interesting book. And it talks about the lessons that his teachers taught him about being a martial artist, beyond technique, things like conquering patience and admitting when you're wrong, how to diffuse. There's a very good section of winning without winning, or winning by losing. And I highly recommend it. In fact, it's one of those books, I've been reading it for years, and I stopped lending it out. I just, when I find somebody who needs to read it, I just, frankly, buy them a copy. It's cheap. It's like $7 some odd bucks at Amazon. And I just got done with the audiobook, so I'm kind of keen and really thrilled about that, because it was a good run. So if you get a chance, give that book a read. And see if you can apply it. Because, believe it or not, it applies well beyond martial arts. It can, conquering patience is something we all, or impatience, sorry, conquering impatience is something we can all work with. Being able to relax and calm yourself in adverse situations, something that we can all do. Stress reduction, something we can all do. Some of the claims that he has, I do find a little much, but so what? It's still good stuff. Well, anyway, that is the live episode of Terza TV, and I'm going to probably do another one this weekend. I have to figure out the schedule of when the shows are going to happen, uh, just so that I have kind of a better feel, so that I can keep a regular schedule. Anyway, you all have a great day. By the way, Winston says, "I hope you all die." Species is fox, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Oh God, I need a better tagline than "Bye for now." That's somebody else's.